recursion function for binary to decimal. So what do you mean by binary numbers? What do you mean by binary numbers? I want many replays for this program. I'll be asking general questions. Binary numbers means ones and zeros. So what's the binary number of 2? Binary number of 2. Binary number of 2, 1 0. What's the binary number of 7? Yeah, 111. So I'll be giving the input as binary number. It should give me the decimal number. So this is the program, and this is the recursion function. What do you mean by recursion? This is your recursion function, and this is your main function. So this is your function declaration, function call, and this is your function definition. So this entire program, first I'll read the program and I'll explain. So hash include stdio.h header file. Int convert is the recursion function, and here I am giving only int. So here no need to specify the any variable. So the meaning of this is I'll be passing one integer value. Next int main, I need two variables, one for the decimal, one for your binary number. So here I am printing enter binary number only. You will not be entering any numerical values, only binary number, that's ones and zeros. So whatever you enter, it will be stored in address of bin. Next, this is your function call. I am calling so I'll be calling variable is equal to convert of bin. So I'll be calling a function. Next, printf, enter the decimal equivalent of this number. So whenever I call this function, it goes to this function. So for example, now I'll take the input as, so here I'll explain the program. So for example, take I have entered 1 1 111, I have entered 1 1 1 111, I have entered. So this 111 will go here. First condition, if it is false, if it is true, return 0. If it is false, go to the else part. In the else part, see here again I am calling the same function. So what do you mean by recursion? Anyone? Function calling the same function. See here, convert calling the same function. It will be calling n number of times until some conditions will be satisfied. So till that this function will be executed. So once it is false, this will be executed. So if you understood this program, I will written this separately in next slide. So let's take the input as 1. Wait. One zero 1 0. Let my input be this. What will be the output? If my binary number is 1 0 1 0, what will be the output? Reply fast. What is the decimal equivalent of this 1 0 1 0? 10. So yeah. So now I'll explain this in the next slide. See here. See here. This is the function I have written. So now here I'll be passing 1 0 1 0. Correct? So now first time I'll check here. 1 0 1 0. Is 1 0 1 0 equal to 0? This will be false. So yeah, this will be false. So now if it is false, it goes to the else part. So this line I have written here. So first time I will be passing 1 0 1 0. Correct? According to this, my input I will be passing 1 0 1 0. So 1 0 1 0 of mod 10 plus 2 into convert of 1 0 1 0 divided by 10. What is 1 0 1 0 mod of 10? It's 0. Correct? Next, convert. What is 1 0 1 0 divided by 10? It's 1 0 1 0. So you should know what do you mean by this modulus and what do you mean by divide. So if you do modulus of any number with 10, you will get the last digit. If you divide any number by 10, your last digit will be deleted. So now 0 plus 2 into convert of 1 0 1 0. So again I am calling this function. So this time I will be passing 10 here. So 1 0 1 0 I am passing here. So again this condition will be false. So again here second time I am executing 1 0 1 0 mod 10 plus 2 into convert of 1 0 1 0 divided by 10. So next it will be convert of 2. third time again I'll be passing 0. So I'll pass 0 here, so 10 here. So when I pass 10 again it will be false. Third time I'll execute this. See here I am passing 10 here. For the same line I am passing 10 more 10 will be 0 plus 2 into 10 divided by 10. So this will be 1. Again I'll pass 1 here. So the function is calling the same function a number of times. So when I pass 1 here, again this will be false. So here again I'll be executing this line. 1 more 10 is 1. Next 2 into convert of 1 divided by 10. What is 1 divided by 10? It's 0. Now everyone carefully listen here. So now I'll be passing 0 here. So now I'm passing 0 here. So once I pass 0, this condition will become true for first time. This condition, because 0 is equal to 0, true. True means return 0. Where does this return 0 go? It goes to this. It goes here. Return 0 will go here. So what happens here? 1 plus 2 into convert of 0, it will be 1. Got it? So now return 1. So what does this return 1? So when I pass 1, it returns me 1. So this entire thing I have got when I got for 0. See here, this will be for 1, this will be for 10 return value, this will be for 1, 0, 1. So when I pass 10, I'll get this value, this return value. So 2, this 2 will be passed here. Next, what is this entire thing? When I got 2. Next add this 1 plus 2 into 2, I'll get as 5. So convert 1 into 1, so I'll get this will be gone here. Next 0 plus 2 into what is this? I got as 5, so I'll get as 10. So first time it will be called 101. Where does called? Where does this 10 go? It goes to the main function. See here, when I pass this, the 10 will be shifted here. So 10 will be stored in decimal. 10 will be stored here. So it will print decimal equivalent of 1010 is 10. So understood this recursion? Yes or no? Understood this? How I got 10? Students? Any doubts? These are the return values. These things will be your return values for each and every iteration. This many number of times this program has been executed. Okay, wait, once again I'll be explaining. See how this first time I'll execute 1010. So I'll be passing 1010 here. So here 1010. So this will be false. This will be false. Next, it will be executed here. So here so 1010 mod 2 sorry mod 10 plus 2 into convert convert 1010 divided by 10. Divided by 10. So this line everyone understood, no? Aditya, see here. Now first time when I execute, this will be the first time. This is the first time I'm executing 1010. So I got this return value. Now convert 1010. So this will be 101. So this will be this is your first time. This is your first time. I got this line. So this will be after executing, this will be your first line. Now what I should do, again this function is calling the same function. Second time I am calling the same function. Second time it will be 101. What it? So when I pass 101 here, what happens? Here again it will be false. So second time what will be the return value? It will be 101 mod 10 plus 2 into convert. Convert 101 divided by 10. So this will be a second time. This will be the second time. So it will be 10. This will be 10. So next, so this again I'll be calling third time. So here I am writing, see carefully. Third time when I call the function it will be 10. So again this will be false. Next return, if it is false, again you will come here. So third time what you will get? See here, 10 mod 10 plus 2 into convert, convert of 10 divided by 10. So this is your third time. Third time. So this will be 1. This will be 1 again. 10 divided by 10 will be 1. So again I am calling fourth time. Fourth time I will call as 1. Fourth time it will be 1. So again this will be false. Again this will be false. Again I will be executing the same line. So I'll write here, wait. So return 1 mod 10 plus 2 into convert 1 divided by 10. So everyone listen here carefully now. So when I execute this will be a fourth time. Fourth time. So I am calling the same function, I am getting these values. So convert is a recursion function. Now what is your 1 divided by 10? Reply fast. What is 1 divided by 10? What is 1 divided by 10? It will be 0. So 0, correct? No. See everyone listen now. Fifth time I'll pass 0 here. So what happens when I pass 0 here? The condition will be, let's say 0 equal to 0. The condition will be true. For the first time the condition is true. This will be for when I pass convert is equal to 0, it will be true. True means what I should do? Return 0. So where does this return goes? Here, fifth time when I am calling the function, this return will not go to your main function. So this returns go to fifth iteration. See here, this return will go here. So this return will go here. Understood? So if convert 0, it returns me 0. So calculate this fourth time. That is 1 plus 2 into 0 will be 1. Got it? Now where does this convert 1 go? So this I have solved. Again now I will be solving reverse. So convert 1. What I got for convert 1? The entire thing. When I pass 1 here, I will be getting this condition. That means 1. So this one will be passed here to this 1. So now 0 plus 2 into 1 will be 2. Where does this should go? It goes to the previous function where I have called. I have called 10. So convert 10. So convert 10 is been 2. That's your 1 plus 2 into 1. That's your 1 plus 2 to the 4. 4 plus 1 is 5. Where does this 5 go? It goes to this 101. That's your second time. See here, second time when I call. So 0 plus 2 into 5, it will be 10. Where does this 10 go? Who has called this 101? It's been called by the main function. So when this is called by the main function, this 10 will go to the main function in your previous slide. So in the previous slide this 10 will go. So this function returns me 10 here. So and will print your value 10 here. Understood? Understood everyone? Any doubts regarding this program? Aditya, Manish, Ratana. Any doubts in this function? This line will be executing the issue recursion function. This will be executing a number of times until this condition is true. Got it? You don't understand? Yes or no? So this Manish, Prarthana, this you students did not understand. Rakshit. Okay. Then let's move to the next program. So if you want, I'll show the flow chart. So this will be the input. So enter the binary number, I'll enter 1010, it prints the decimal value. So check whether the flow chart is there. Yeah, see, this is the flow chart. Everyone see here. So I'll start read binary number. So convert is a function. This is how we write a flow chart for your function. So yeah, binary number, I'll pass a binary number, it goes here. This will be looping here only until this returns 0. So once it returns 0, it returns to the function. Got it?